Looking ahead, Katie Grexa to the stream here. Katie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for hanging out in the background for me. So, how we doing? How are you feeling today? We got your a newly 1,000 point score for the Badger Braves. Round two is tomorrow against Sebring. How you feeling? You ready to go? I know you're ready to go, but I just want to hear it from you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really pumped. I can't wait to play tomorrow.
Mhm.
We have practice later today, and I can't wait to bring the energy, see how everybody's practicing to see how we play tomorrow.
So what's the vibe been like there in Badger? Like I've seen it. I've been there almost every game, but like I'm not there during practices stuff like that. How's everybody else doing? Are they all jamming together stuff like that? Everything good? No
Yeah.
drama or anything? I
No,
know
not
how
really.
you high I know how you high school girls get.
We've kind of put a stop to it a little. Like we didn't have bad drama,
Yeah,
but we put a stop to what little we have. We don't want to get too high or too low about winning. We want to stay focused and like just control our emotions. So when we're playing, we're not getting too scared or getting too, I don't want to say cocky, but kind of like cocky.
I get that. So going into the Sebring game, for the sectional final, if you guys win, you'll be sectional champs. And then you move on to the district semifinal, and this has been something that hasn't really happened in Badger history in a very long time. But hey, a lot of things have been happening. First league championship in 38 years. What do you got to do to lead the team to, like, breaking new windows, per se?
We just gotta keep doing what we're doing. Our defense is our best part of our game, and we
Oh
just
yeah.
gotta keep
Yeah.
up our good defense, which leads into offense. We like
Mhm.
to run the court. We play a faster game. We just gotta keep playing us. When we play teams that aren't like us, we sort of play down to them or how they play. We just gotta play how we do.
Yes, and I've been there. You guys have that fast pace. I mean, I've been calling you guys the guru of go. You guys have track star Hannah Betts out there. Hannah has tremendous speed. Like, she is fast, and you have speed too. You can really flip the switch on too. Like, I know as soon as you get the ball, at sometimes like, yeah, she's going right to the hole. Like, she ain't slowing down. So, and you guys got some good shooters on the outside too, Mackenzie Gross and even Bree Huscroft, that you dish the ball to at times. What do you guys got to do just to keep that going, just to keep running?
So when people get down on themselves, so
Yeah,
when Bree's not making shots, she kind of gets down on herself.
yeah.
I just got to be there. My teammates got to be there to pick her up, be like, hey, you got the next one. You're going to make this. You just got to
Hmm.
keep shooting. You're a shooter. That's what you do.
Hmm.
Um, when we make mistakes, we got to build each other back up. We can't be tearing each other down, really. So we just got to keep cheering on our teammates and bringing the intensity.
Now, you've had a huge fan base here. I mean, I know your mom especially has been one of your biggest fans. We'll just leave it at that. She's very vocal, for to
Yes.
say, and your grandma has been there as well. And they've been behind you. What's that been like? Your family, I mean, your whole family's behind you. I know you got your sister Amanda and even your brothers Carl all behind you. What's that like? You have
Um,
backup from your family as well. Yeah.
yeah, it's nice to know that I have them there behind my back and always supporting
Yeah.
me no matter what. My mom surprisingly has only been thrown out of one game.
I was
she
there.
get she really gets into the game.
Hopefully your dad doesn't watch it right now, because she didn't want
Yeah,
him to know.
yeah,
Uh-oh. We got 6 viewers on here on the stream, so maybe your dad isn't watching. But I mean, I mean, yes, it's not that good to get thrown out of a game, but when you look at that, she's like, you see that as like, hey, my mom's gonna go to war for me, and that does that encourage you a little bit more, just to go your full out in games at all? Like, when
yeah.
you look up and you see your mom just throwing her fists and shouting and stuff like that, does that give you an extra boost at all?
She so after games, she always tells me like what she's saying up
Yeah.
there during games.
Yeah.
I block her out. I focus on what's happening because I know if I look up there, I'm just gonna see her just going off, and I'm just trying to focus on the game.
Yeah, but I mean, it's that parents are gonna be like that. I mean, it happens. It's like that. But going into these final games, like knowing that, hey, these are the gonna be the final games uh of the season. Is it bugging you at all? Like, is it getting into your head at all? Like, hey, like we really gotta play good now because if we lose, then that's it.
Yeah, I don't want the season to end yet.
Yeah.
I want to go as far as we can go. Our team has a lot of potential, and I
Hmm.
think we can get pretty far. I'm not ready to play my last game with my seniors yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss them a lot, and we have a great team right now, and I'm not ready for that to end.
And losing those seniors, you know, next year when you'll be a senior next year, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So what's that gonna be like? And you already got to 1,000 points, so you could be going for that record. That I think it's around that 2,000 mark. You're gonna have a little bit more to lead with. How's that gonna be? When it's just gonna be you, and you have that huge milestone that's right in front of you that you can come out and grab. Is it gonna be a little bit more pressure on you? You think, or are you just thinking about this season and that's it?
Right now I'm still focused on this season and
Mhm.
what we want to do, but Sarah Bonar actually has the record, and I believe it's
Yes,
1,639 points.
something like that.
Um, I've always wanted to get that, but I'm not gonna come out and make the games about me and my scoring. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, oh well, I tried. I'm not gonna force it. I'm still gonna
Mhm.
play a team game. I'm not gonna make it about me.
That's a great attitude to have, and you've been showing a lot of your teammates that too. Like, hey, this isn't all about me. Like, I'm gonna do what I have to do to win, but like I'm gonna help you guys help me. Like
Yeah.
you know, you, your assists and your even your defense too, but more of your assists are as much as valuable as your scoring. So like other girls, young girls like Molly O'Brien and Sophie Stanhope, they're looking up to you, and like they're looking up to you at that leadership mantle. Like, how you dealing with that type of stuff? Like, are you taking them under your wing, or is there anybody in particular that you're taking under your wing?
Yeah,
That's
so there's my underclassmen. I always like to get them more involved. Sometimes during practice, I'd like to stop practice, show them what they did wrong, why they did it wrong, and how they can make it better. I believe I got to teach these girls uh, what to do, really, how to react to things. If I see they're struggling with something, I'm going to help them out. I'm always going to text them, give them tips on what to do better and how to play through a game and what moves to do, and I'm gonna teach them new stuff.
yes, and are they like, as you're teaching them new stuff? Are they teaching you new stuff as you go along?
They definitely make it interesting and fun for me to teach them.
You
Um,
can go into that. You can throw out examples and practice. I mean, if as much as you wanna dive into, go ahead.
so I'll take Sophie for an
Okay,
example.
okay.
Sophie's she's really funny because it takes her a little while to understand things or really get something sometimes, and she just makes it a really fun experience. And
Mhm,
she'll joke around with me, and during practice, she'll have to guard me, and she's always up for the task. She's the best box boxer outer on the team, and she always gives me trouble around the rim because she's always getting her butt in me and making sure I don't get those rebounds. So she's
mhm.
always like, I'm gonna get on Katie. She'll get right up in me. She'll grab my jersey. She'll hold me. She'll make it tough for me. So it makes me better during games when this stuff is actually happening, but it's also making her a better defender.
Yes, yes, and I've noticed that too when Stanhope gets into the game. I've seen her JV games too. She clicks. Not a lot of stuff bugs her.
Yeah,
Sometimes I feel like she gets a little overwhelmed, but I mean, underclassmen, like, she's gonna learn from that. But
yeah,
she's a very power type of player as well. I can see a little bit of you in her. Like, she can take it and take off.
yeah.
So I've seen that a lot. But moving on here, let's talk about these coaches here. You got a great coaching staff. You got, of course, Coach Lavelle Turnage, and then you got Coach Norm Yanucci, and even Coach Dave on there as well. Well, what how is that going with them? Like I know they always got your back, especially Norm. Norm's always very
Yeah.
vocal. We'll just put it like that. But what's that like going into a game where you got your players to back you up, but you got this great coaching staff that's right there with you, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah. So when I got my 1,000 points, I didn't
Yeah,
actually make the bucket yet, and I already saw Coach Norm was out on the court. He was holding
yeah,
his hands up. He knew I was gonna make it. He had
yeah.
trust that I was gonna make that, and it was awesome turning back and seeing how my coaches reacted when I got that 1,000 point.
I was right there, right next to Coach Norm. My table was right there to Norm, and Norm even when you came in and you missed the one layup to get to 1,000, Norm was up with his arms up, like right on air in front of the camera. Like I could see the excitement from
Yeah.
him and Coach Lavelle. Lavelle's always standing up, but I mean
Yeah.
Norm was waving his arms and stuff like that, and then after taking pictures and stuff like that, he had his signs and stuff like that, and all the fans as well. Like I've seen, like before the game, they were making all these signs because they all knew you were going to get it. You were just 21 points away when you average 20-24 points a game, so they were all very confident in you that you were going to get it. What does that mean? Like do you think they're overconfident or in you, or they're right at that right level, where it's
I
not
think
overwhelming?
yeah. So when I got my 1,000 points, I think they were very excited. Um, knowing that I had the crowd and my coaches and my teammates there cheering for me, it was amazing. I think they knew I was gonna get it.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think they're too overconfident in me. They have just the right amount of confidence. But yeah,
That's good because sometimes other fans and even sometimes coaches overwhelm you, with pressure sometimes,
yeah,
and this is not the case here at Badger. They guide you more than overwhelm you. Can you agree with that?
yeah. And when I start to feel the pressure, Coach Bell he realizes that, and he'll
Mhm.
start to make my other team captains stand up more and
Mhm.
put a little bit more pressure on them,
Yeah,
which
and
they can handle it.
I've seen that in the huddle and the timeout. Like he's getting on Hannah Betts, he's getting on Mackenzie Gross. He's even getting on Addison Thompson too. Addison Thompson coming off the bench, and even she's getting on Juju a little bit too. I see.
Yeah,
Well, she needs to be getting on too. She comes into these games, some of these shots. I mean, she plays really good at times, but
yeah,
sometimes I think she might get carried away a little bit. And Coach Bell's right there, like he reels her in a little bit. So
yeah,
to have players like that, that who stay at that stable mark pretty much the whole game, they're clicking, they don't fall out of whack per se. Ooh, do you feel like, you got a pretty good shot at districts here with this team? Like, I know you guys have been like, that's your main goal. You want to get to districts and maybe even beyond that. But
yeah,
I mean, what's it going to take to, really sink that in?
yeah. So our shooters, they gotta be ready to shoot the ball at any time. Juju, she does like to shoot outside shots a little bit more,
Yeah.
but I need her to be a little bit more like me down by in the paint, where she's just getting rebounds. That's the biggest thing for her. I think we need more rebounders, and especially since she's down there most of the time, she could get those rebounds and help us out down there. And when we really do need a shot, she does come in clutch and she can make shots. And
Yeah.
Mackenzie, Mackenzie has gotten a lot better. She used to just only like shooting three. She's been driving a lot more. She's
Mhm.
become a lot better player. Um, and Addison, we know she's just gonna come down. She's gonna play her hardest no matter what during every game, and I think that's what we need. Everybody just needs to come out and play hard and do what they're good at, and then we'll succeed.
Yes, most definitely. And what do you think are your like main keys to success here? Couple more questions for you.
Um, our main thing is our defense.
Yeah.
Stopping teams, coming down the court. We have a really good defender, Gabby Miller. She's
Hmm.
gonna play the best player every single game, and she's gonna have lockup defense. As little as she is, she's very
Yes.
fast, and she'll get in your way and she'll stop you. And we have Hannah
I
Betts too, where she's
yeah.
really fast and she'll get in your way and she'll give you a heck of a time coming down the court.
I in certain games, Gabriella Miller is not really I've talked about this too on the air. Like she's not the tallest girl out there, but she
No,
does not care one bit. She
no,
will get in your face, she will bully the bigger player. And Hannah Betts is the same way too. I remember the PV game, she was all over I believe it was Zoe Painter. Zoe
yeah,
Painter didn't really have any room at all because Hannah
mm-mm.
Betts right there the whole game. And you can rely on them like that. In a defensive team, you guys are averaging at least, in that 13 to 20 steals a game range because
Yeah,
of that tough defense you guys play. And you press a lot too. You go to that 2-3 press defense, which you guys get a lot of steals at.
yeah.
So to keep that up, I mean, at a high pace like that and to not be gassed, I mean, it's really phenomenal. You guys have been on a ride this whole
Yeah,
year. So
yeah.
being on that, being on that, the confidence is there most definitely. But like, do you feel like like, do you ever feel like it's gonna run out? Like, do you ever feel like you're gonna slow down? You just feel like you're gonna keep pushing, you know?
So practices, sometimes we run a lot. We're a very conditioned team. I think we're the fastest, one of the fastest teams in the area. Um, we have a couple of our bench players. We know if we get gassed during a game, we could just say something. We're gonna get a real quick sub. Our bench players are gonna come in and play their hardest, and we're gonna get back in the game, and we're just gonna keep pushing through it. I don't think it'll slow us down or we're gonna slow down. We're just gonna keep this thing moving and
Mhm.
we're gonna play our hardest through it.
Yes, and I'll be there the whole way as well, wherever you guys go. I know if you win here, you move into the Mineral Ridge part of the tournament, which the semi districts and districts will be in Mineral right down the street from where I'm at now. So I'll be there the whole way if I'm assigned, which I will be. But Katie, thanks for coming on here with me and talking with me. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck to you. Thanks for coming on, though.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Yep, you're welcome. We'll see you.
See ya.